In this video, I'm going to show you how I got into trade entry last night on GBPAUD, my thought process, the reason why I got into this buy trade. So firstly, you can see price created this high right here and this low, and then we saw this break right there. So right here was the range high and the range low that I was working with, and as you can see very nicely, price broke through that range, and after this break, this was the last down close candle before the expansion that broke the structure. So I got a first entry about a week ago from this key level, and after that we saw this expansion to the upside, and as you can see, we created another high right here and then another low right here, and as you can see, price broke through this previous high, closing above it, which shows me that we're still bullish. This was the last down close candle before an expansion that took this structure, so all I did was to wait for price to come into this key level. Now as you can see, we have an inefficiency right here, so I was anticipating for price to come into this inefficiency. So around last week, price tapped into this inefficiency, but I used other brokers like Oanda, and I saw that they didn't tap into this inefficiency. So I was anticipating for price to dig in a little bit, because using the 1 hour time frame, I was seeing a lot of confluence to show me that price still has room to come to the downside, which was this liquidity resting right here and the inefficiency. So all I did was to wait patiently, and so yesterday price tapped into this key level. All I was looking forward to see was a break of structure on the 5 minutes time frame, and right here we'll have a high, we'll have a low right here. You can see that right here. So after we made this low, you can see price was ranging. It was ranging. So all I was looking forward to see was a break of structure, and the break of structure occurred right here. Right here was the break of structure. So you can see that this right here was the break of structure. Right here, price broke structure, and all I wanted to see was this is my last down close candle before an expansion that broke structure. So the high, the bodies of the candle is where most of the volume is going to be resting, and that is why you can see my entry position was lying right there. So that was why I got in, and I was using the overall low as my stop loss. And then as you can see, around it was in the midnight, around probably around 3 a.m. or something like that. That was when price tapped into this key level. I was basically in my sleep anyway, so I just woke up and I saw that my limit order has already been activated, and price just took off this morning. So we're currently in the London Open about 8:24, and price just expanded so much that it blew off my take profit position. So my take profit position, the reason for that is this inefficiency, and then we'll also have this liquidity resting right here as well. Right here you can see liquidity, so I was anticipating for this trend line liquidity to get raided, and also this inefficiency to act as a drawn liquidity to attract price to the upside. So it's basically a 1:6 risk to reward ratio. As you can see, that right here is a 1:6 risk to reward ratio. So that is how I got into this trade, and if you do have any questions, you can drop it in the charts.